representative of the hosts, Your Excellencies, my lords, invited guests, fellow Kenyans and friends of Kenya, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my wife, Jane Ngare, and indeed of my own behalf, please allow me to take this opportunity to thank you all for responding to our invitation to come and join us in celebrating our 46th anniversary of Jamhuri Day. This is the single most important day in our national calendar because it reminds us of the momentous day in 1963 when Kenya attained her independence. It is also a day when we take stock of the state of our nation and prospects for the future. Kenya and the United Kingdom enjoy long-standing friendly relations deeply rooted in very close historical ties. We truly cherish this cordial and friendly relationship because it has enabled the two countries to exploit all the available opportunities to partner for the benefit of our two countries. Our cultural links have also been reinforced by the presence of a sizable diasporas in both countries. Kenya values the UK, which remains our biggest trading partner in the West. The volume of trade and investment between our two countries is a clear testimony to the continued cooperation. For example, over the last 1 year, Kenya importation of goods from UK were valued at £194 million, while imports of services were valued at £162 million. In the same period, UK's imports from Kenya were worth £316 million, while imports of services were valued at £142 million. The UK is also the largest single foreign investor in Kenya. Over 60 UK companies have operations in Kenya, and investments are estimated to be worth £1.5 billion. The number of British tourists visiting Kenya has also been steadily rising. Allow me now to say a few words on the current situation in Kenya. The post-election violence which erupted soon after the disputed December 2007 elections was soon brought to an end following the signing of the National Accord on February 28, 2008, and also ushered in the Grand Coalition government. The two principals, His Excellency Hon Mwai Kibaki, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Republic of Kenya, and the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, with the help of the mediator Kofi Annan, had struck a deal to share power under the National Peace and Reconciliation Act. It is also instructive to note that the National Accord was a product of a diplomatic solution complemented by the international community. This underscores the readiness of Kenyans to sort out their differences and making concessions for the sake of national good. Kenyans have historically been a peace-loving people and have truly embraced the spirit of peace and reconciliation. So far, the Grand Coalition is on course in fulfilling its mandate of building a stable and prosperous Kenya. On the economic front, the Grand Coalition government is actively implementing the long-term development blueprint Kenya Vision 2030, which seeks to transform Kenya into a globally competitive, middle-income and prosperous country by 2030. The Kenyan economy is also projected to recover from the effects of the post-election violence and record an average GDP growth rate of over 2.5 in 2009, up from 1.7% in 2008. We also note with appreciation the excellent work that the GRAD coalition government continues to undertake in the realm of reforms, particularly on what we refer to as Agenda 4 items, such as reforms on electoral laws, judiciary, land reforms, the settlement of IDPs, distributive social equity programs like Kazi kwa Vijana or jobs for the youth, the devolution of development funds at the constituency level, and the free primary and secondary education which is enjoyed throughout the whole of Kenya. All this has been achieved despite the hard economic times precipitated by the effects of the current financial and economic meltdown and the disturbances of the post-election violence of early 2008. Indeed, many Kenyans, both in and outside the country, appreciate the government's unrelenting effort and vision of building a better Kenya. On the ongoing constitutional review process, I am pleased to note that the committee of experts that has been reviewing our constitution has just published a harmonized draft and thus paving the way for having a new constitution after the referendum that is scheduled to take place in April next year. On regional integration, I am also pleased to note that on 20th of November this year, the 5 East African countries consisting of Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi did sign the protocol that will usher in the common market for the East African region. The common market will bring with it lots of benefits, such as the free movement of persons, of goods, of labor, of services, and capital. East African citizens will, in addition, have the right to establish businesses as well as reside in any member state without being discriminated on the basis of their nationality. May I now propose a toast to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom, and the head of the Commonwealth, the friendly relations that exist between Kenya and the United Kingdom, and to His Excellency Hon Mwai Kibaki, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Republic of Kenya. Thank you, and God bless you all. Once again, thank you for coming. Enjoy yourselves.